Oh, that's so cool. But your fate is the same. Yeah. 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 Die, flame hunter. Yeah.
I still have fight in me.
You're gonna be clipped like Icarus! Yeah! Yeah! I can't believe we're losing this game, but I mean, it's been a year, and yeah, it technically has been. Man, sucks that it's on the chopping block. So, alright, let's get this shit started. Alright. These are the PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium games that are leaving in April. I think it's April 15th. And the first game on the chopping block. Might as well start the timer. You already know the jam. Let's freaking do this. Unfortunately, the first game on the chopping block is MOL. How do I feel about it? I'm gonna buy the game, so I'm not too sad. It's been a year. People have obviously beaten this game before. I will be one of the ones who will take my time because I'm gonna buy it in the future. Sad that it's leaving. It's very, very, very sad that it's leaving. But it's a solid game, so it's just that indie game that people will check out. But once you beat it, then word of mouth, you'll just be like, yeah, I recommend to play this game. Sucks it's on the chopping block, but I kind of knew it was going to happen. It's been enough time. Alright, so I'm not too sad that this is leaving, so let's move on to the next clip. Man, this is some really trippy music. Unfortunately, the next game on, and if you didn't hear me the first time, unfortunately, the second game that's going to be on the chopping block is Tales of Kanzera Zao. I mean, it's also been at a time, I think it got released around April, and it has been a year. Do I feel sad about it? Yeah. Am I going to buy it in the future? Yeah. I might take my time. Might come to it. But I might take my time and just buy the game so I can take all the time I want, and then I can give my verdict. Yeah, Tales of Kanzera Zao. This was kind of a unique gem that I actually particularly like. I like the backstory of the developer, honoring his dad. This is one of those kind of like very unique games that people won't like, but it's a game made for me, so I ain't complaining. So I'll just wait for it to get to a sales price, or who knows, maybe I'll buckle down, buy the game. So let's move on to the next game. Sad that it's leaving, though. That is a lot of utensils and so much going on with these visuals. That's crazy. Okay, the third game on the chopping block is Nar Play With Your Food. Should we just call this Play With Your Utensils? Am I sad about this leaving? Not really. I didn't even hear about this game until it was just announced that it was leaving PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium. So, I mean, what's the whole appeal about this? I really don't care. So I'm not really sad that this is leaving. So let's play with our food and move on, I guess. Hey there, everybody! Do you remember a game called Deliver Us the Moon that had a weird title, Deliver Us the Moon? Like, you know, that seemed like a double metaphor or double meaning because Deliver Us the Moon, like the physical moon? Well, they made a sequel called Deliver Us Mars. Don't know how that's physically impossible, but hey, here we are. So this is the fourth game that's on the chopping block. How do I feel about it? Not really sad. I haven't even finished Deliver Us the Moon, but maybe I'll get a sales price for Deliver Us Mars because it does come up on deals and sales price all the freaking time, so maybe I'll get an opportunity to actually buy it. I'll probably just buy it. I probably even won't start it, or probably won't even get to it because I'm still on Deliver Us the Moon. Still a weird title. Why would they call it Deliver Us the Planet? That just seems very exhausting and kind of tiring. Time-consuming. I don't know. Well, let's move on to the next clip, I guess. I am not gonna lie, I kind of forgot this game existed. It's not my fault. I remember I read a synopsis and I said that this was one of the PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium games coming to PlayStation Plus Premium Extra and Premium, but I honestly forgot about this game. Maybe it's because I just didn't care. Well, anyway, my Asbook Chronicles is leaving. What more can I say about it? I know I read a synopsis about this maybe last year, but I really don't care, and it's more of an afterthought that I just really just don't care that this is leaving. Alright, well, let's move on to the next game. That's all I can say about it. I don't really know too much about it. I forgot that it was leaving. I forgot that it was on Extra Preminum. Honestly, I kind of just forgot about this game. That's not a great sign. I kind of remember this game, but I just wasn't interested. Well, anyway, Stray Blade is leaving. This is next on the chopping block. We're on the third. We're really getting close to the end of this list. Anyway, how do I feel about this one leaving? I just like my ass with Chronicles. I kind of forgot it was on PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium. Like Play with Your Food, I forgot that was on there too. Am I sad about this leaving? No. Let's make room for the AAA and I guess the AA, the actually solid games. So maybe this was fun. I don't know. But until then, I kind of don't care that it's leaving. I only have so much time for so many amount of games. So this leaving, not a huge big deal. Alright, well, let's take that Stray Blade and move on to the next step, I guess. Sony PlayStation. The deal is, don't take away this masterpiece of a game. You're taking away the Pixar game. The Pixar game I absolutely enjoy. You dicks. You freaking dickheads. Well, anyway, Kena Bridge of Spirits is leaving. I never thought I'd say this, but it has been enough time. And if you haven't finished it, well, I'm gonna buy it. I very much enjoy this game. This game is pretty much amazing. But Sony PlayStation, you're a dickhead. You already took away pretty much a good amount of great games, and this is no different. Man, I'm gonna miss Kena Bridge of Spirits, but I have comfort because I'm gonna buy this game in the future. But it still sucks that it's leaving. Gosh, I hate that it's leaving. But I hope it comes to Essential, because this game is essential. To me, it is. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's move on to the last clip. Alright, this game, it made sense that it was leaving, but guess what? I freaking own this game. I recommend to play this game. If you want like a hidden gem or a roguelike that just really, really tests your mettle and your might and your endurance, play Slay the Spire. I encourage you to play Slay the Spire. I want you to play Slay the Spire. I want you to tell your friends about Slay the Spire. You will think about Slay the Spire. You will sleep with Slay the Spire. You will sleep with Slay the Spire. No, I'm kidding. It's a video game. It's digital too, or I guess physical, depending on your preference. But at the end of the day, the takeaway lesson for this is play Slay the Spire, you mad bastard. And that's all I'm gonna say. Alright, well, let's go ahead and give my, I guess we'll put it 5 minutes in terms of my thoughts. Cool. And you know what? What better way to end it with Slay the Spire, obviously. Okay, so what do I think about the PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium games that are leaving in April? I mean, half of the games, like, for example, Deliverance Mars, I'm not sad about that. Miasma Chronicles, not sad about that. Stray Blade. And Play With Your Food especially. There are half games that I am not particularly sad that they're leaving. These are games that are nobody's radar, nobody's thinking about them, nobody really played them, only for a select few who just wanted to play games that nobody ever heard of. And I get that. But for the other games like Animal Well, Tales of Kenzera, definitely, well, if you didn't own Slay the Spire, well, sorry, you're out of freaking luck. And Kena Bridge of Spirits, yeah, half of the games were nobody really cared about, but half of the games were pretty strong contenders. If you haven't played Animal Well, Tales of Kenzera, but especially Animal Well, Kena Bridge of Spirits, and Slay the Spire, you're missing out. And I got to play them, luckily, because I own Slay the Spire, so I enjoyed it every freaking time. But yeah, filling the void of Animal Well, Tales of Kenzera, Sal, and Kena Bridge of Spirits, I'm a little salty. A little sad that they're leaving. They were great games too. These are some strong contenders. But it's been a year, and considering PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium are kind of the Netflix of subscription, it kind of sucks that we're losing some actually good games. Well, I mean, it's being replaced with Blueprints. I mean, we got that to look forward to. Yeah, please, PlayStation, Sony, I beg you. Well, you know what? No, screw that noise. I'm not beg. I'm not gonna beg you guys. You know what? No. give us an essential game. If you're gonna give us an essential game, for Pete's sake, give us an essential game. Don't give us like Dragon Age Guard or Suicide. I'm not even mad about that anymore. Just don't give us like crap like Suicide Squad to kill the Justice League. Give us games that it makes sense to put it on the essential. That it's been a couple years. That is always offered for sales price. Give us those type of games. That's all I'm gonna say. Extra and Preminum, I please stop taking away the heavy hitters or the games that were. Yeah, I kind of wish that we at least get 2 years of playing the same game. Well, at least 2 years, but yeah, I guess a year is enough, and that's kind of encourage you to buy the game. So at least I have games that I actually want to play, and kind of like, they are on my radar. Awesome, I get to play them again. So you kind of convinced me to pretty much buy Animal Will, Tales of Zero's out and all that. So overall, half sad, but not as salty like that Horizon Forbidden West time period. So it's nothing bad. As long as you take away the games that nobody was asking for, I'm going to be a happy camper. I get that you're going to take away a heavy hitter, but please be a heavy hitter that everyone has played before or played enough of. Like Red Dead Redemption 2. I would not be sad if that was gone, or Grand Theft Auto 5. I would not be sad. Because it's been out a couple of years and people always play it. So I get that. But when you take stuff like this, Slay the Spire, and pretty solid games, that's going to really piss some people off. But they're going to still continue what they want. Alright, so that's pretty much all my thoughts about it. I'm half sad, but I'm half glad of kind of games that nobody really thinks about. So I'm not really that sad at all. Alright, so for tomorrow, we're going to pretty much finish up the PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium game. And there's only 2 games. So, yeah, I guess that UFC 3... Wait, no, sorry. UFC 5. I'll check that out. And then, what other game will I check out too? Oh yeah, the other game was Captain Tsubasa. I hope I pronounced it right. If not, I'll get it right tomorrow. That's gonna be it. And if I'm feeling more PlayStation, I'll continue PlayStation. Maybe I'll make it 2 days. And I'll just do one of the big 4. Because it's been a good while. I don't know what game I'm gonna play for the big 4, but it'll be for a single day. Or I'll probably just like, screw it, I'll just play The Last of Us. That kind of sums it up. How long did I do? 5 minutes. That's pretty good. Alright, well, of course you can leave that like, comment, or subscribe. What game are you the most sad about leaving on PlayStation Plus Extra Premium in April? Well, you can definitely leave that comment, but you can definitely leave that like, comment, or subscribe. And we're going to end it like this, and have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time zone you're in. And I will see you at the next clip, or the next day. And have a good one, everybody. That's all I'm going to say. Wow, did it different this time. It's great to go back to the basics, straight to the point. Alright, Share Factory, let's take us home. Earn those credits. You know what it's about.